Start the meeting. Welcome to tonight's meeting. Would you join me in the pledge of the flag, please? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Lynn, would you call the roll, please?
Mrs. Vandermeer?
Here.
Ms. Lesniak? Mr. Tupper? Ms. Dickman?
Here.
Mr. Dzinski?
Here.
Ms. Saban?
Here.
Mr. Sykes?
Here. Entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the March 3rd, 2021 board meeting.
Moved.
Second.
Comments, questions, changes? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 1 is to accept the resignation of Anthony Geis from the Ochre Board effective 3/31/21 with regrets. Entertain a motion to that effect.
Moved.
Second.
Tony's been on there about 4 years now, and the Ochre Board itself wanted him to become the chair. That speaks volumes to his capabilities and abilities, and they're going to miss him. They've already told him that. So I want to thank Tony for his years of service there. He represented the town well on the Ochre Board. Any other discussion?
No, just.
They're
sorry
gonna
to
miss
see him
him.
go again.
Well, we have a good replacement, so.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 2 is appointment of Rick Zacharia to represent the town of Van Buren on the Ochre Board effective 4/1/21. Entertain a motion to that effect.
Moved.
Second.
Rick emailed me and said, so I'm going to get appointed on St. Patrick's Day, and I start work on April Fool's Day.
That's great.
Has he been to any of the meetings, do we know?
No, but Tony clued him in on what goes on and everything, so, I know he was checking the website for their minutes and all that stuff to get a flavor for it.
How many are on that board? I don't,
Too many.
yeah,
There's
I
a
thought it
lot
was
of
pretty
them.
loaded.
Yeah, there's a lot of them on that board. So, any other discussion on Rick's appointment?
And if people don't recall, Rick was serving on the town board before me, and I think he'll be a great addition to that board, so I'm glad that we have someone that can slip into Tony's position. I'm looking forward to him doing that work.
And he certainly will have the town's best interest at heart. So,
That's why I asked him.
yep.
Good job.
As long as he doesn't get mad and run over.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 3 is consider approval of the tentative collective bargaining agreement with New York Council 66, Local 2660, ASME Union. Entertain a motion to approve that.
Moved.
Second.
Discussion?
It's a long time coming, wasn't it?
Yep,
Yes, it was.
very long.
We have a couple of Labor Committee representatives here tonight. Got any comments?
We tried to make the deal as fair for the town and the employees, long-term, so. It is retroactive to 1/1/20.
For those that are currently employed. And does not include overtime.
Okay. Any other comments? Okay, hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. It is approved. Item number 4 is consider approval of leasing all town-owned sewage disposal districts/systems to the county of Onondaga and authorize the supervisor to execute the agreement. Entertain a motion for approving that.
Moved.
I'll second.
We had a presentation here last November, I believe it was. We had raised a few questions. The Water Environment Protection Agency got back to us with the answers to those. And we put it out to the board, and so this is coming to the board tonight for consideration. I don't know how many districts we got. It's at least a dozen, I think.
Well, this does
Sewer
get us
districts.
out of the sewer business and throws
Yes.
that but it gives it to
Yeah.
the county that's better equipped to take care of
Right.
these things than we are.
Right, the county does all our maintenance, our maintenance now, so this is kind of a natural progression to let them take over the whole thing. We have, what is it, 2 pump stations right now that need some serious work. So it just makes sense for us to move these on, and there are other municipalities in this county that's already done this too, so. Sewers don't get better with age, obviously, and ours, we've been told our system, because it's relatively new, say compared to Baldwinsville that was put in WPA days, our system's in good shape when you compare it to them, but like I say, they don't get better with age, and someday we'll be in that same category where Baldwinsville is currently. And and if you remember the last meeting, we approved them doing the maintenance contract again for the next year. And you remember the letter that accompanied the agreement said that if you don't take our, don't lease to us, the rates are gonna double next year. So, you know, the handwriting's on the wall.
Yeah.
And they told us that during the presentation.
That was not an idle threat.
Right, that you know, the maintenance wasn't being done as well as it should be, and that, you know, the cost would go up. They told us that in the presentation, so it wasn't anything new to us, so. Anyone else got any comments?
We're lucky they're taking it over, actually.
Well, this makes, the other thing is with this, I&I, inflow and infiltration of groundwater into the sewer is hard to handle, and that decreases the efficiency at the plant when you're treating raw water, okay? Clean water you're treating. And so the state is clamping down, not just in Onondaga County, but across the state, and there's consent orders issued, and consent orders just aren't any longer gonna go to the county of Onondaga. They're gonna go back upstream to the municipality where the piping lies, where the problems are, and they're gonna be part of that consent order as well. And nobody wants to be part of a consent order, because then you're gonna repair on the state's timetable, not on your own. So it's, you know, gonna be fast and furious spending money to abide by a consent order, so.
Have they ever considered having something that, in order to transfer property ownership, there be an inspection to show that
That's
hookups
in
are
there
proper?
now. It's part of what they call CMOM. It's C-M-O-N. C-M-O-N, yes, CMOM. That's part of the plumbing control regs.
Okay, and do they ever do any, like, smoke testing to see where it's coming out of the wrong places?
They probably do in high areas of infiltration, yeah, I would guess, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm familiar with that because I did it in the village when I was there, so. Anyway, Jason, you got any comments on this?
You covered it. The consent order is, you know, the biggest thing in my book. As far as what the town does with sewers now is, we can call some homeowners about sewer problems, and we call the hotline for them, you know.
Yeah.
We're not doing much.
It's like taking the middleman out of it, is really
Right.
what this is, so. Any other comments? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 6 is consider letter of intent to hire Jennifer Smiley as recreation supervisor. Entertain a motion to that effect.
What's the pay on that? Is that,
$26.02 per hour.
what is on a civil, is that a civil service
Yes,
position?
it's a-
Is it, it's what the salary grade is from the county, so that's where you get that
Well, no, it's
from?
our union contract, so.
Union contract,
Right, that dictates that it's gotta be 2602 this year.
okay.
And it's a lateral move for her.
Yes, the lateral transfer from the town of Sullivan in Madison County up here, the state has approved it, and Onondaga County Civil Services approved it. Melinda, the labor attorney's been involved with it, so everything's been done the way it should be.
And, do we know when she can start?
June 1st. And
And do
we will make the appointment May 19th.
I know that we talked about, we didn't know when Kathy was officially retiring, and we didn't want to bring in someone way in advance if she was not going to retire until July.
Well-
So are we going to have 3 people up there for all summer?
Well, it might not hurt that she does have a little overlap time. The, Heidi talked to me this week. The school system has said that we probably will be able to use McNamara with up to 40 kids. So we may elect, after our April 1st Parks Committee meeting, we may elect to run a limited playground or, program system at McNamara this year. And if that's the case, then she would be starting, getting all that lined up and ready to go the 3rd week in June, so. So it makes sense to bring her on June 1st, I think.
Okay, I just thought we had the conversation, we didn't want,
Well, it is what it is. I think a little overlap would be good,
okay.
okay?
You skip one?
Yep.
Did
Yeah,
I?
and you skipped 5.
CDBG.
Oh, I checked it, okay, yeah. Okay,
So I will make a motion.
is there a second?
Second.
Any more discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Go back up to number 5. Set public hearing for April 7th, 2021 at 7 PM to hear comments on 2021 Onondaga County Community Development 5-year plan and application for funding. Entertain a motion for that.
Moved.
Second.
Any discussion? This is an annual thing we do. It is due the 4th, so that'll give Jason just a couple days to get it in final form and get it over to him. Or 9th, I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm having a problem with the April, the 4th month tonight, but
And it only covers
low income.
low,
areas.
moderate income, and seniors, right?
Yeah.
So if anybody
Low,
has.
low incomes, not moderate income.
Oh, not even moderate anymore?
No, it's low income
It's
areas,
low.
Which there's a map that we go by for that.
And we only have a few seconds in town anyway.
Right. Right. Any other discussion on that? If you have any ideas on any projects, get them to Jason and myself as soon as possible, so we can get them put together and have it ready for that public hearing. Okay, hearing nothing else, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 7, consider the fence waiver for 224 Lexi Lane. Entertain a motion to approve that.
Moved.
Second.
Jason, you've been out there, is there any problems with this one?
No, it took me a while to find it, because they were pouring foundation last there, so it's a little premature, I think, that's what fence waiver, but the developer's putting a fence, between the Henderson Boulevard properties and the Traylor properties, and this gentleman wants to just butt up to that fence. We have a drainage easement back there for access to the ditch that's on the Henderson property, Henderson Boulevard.
Does he have to make his posts removable and all that, like we go
No,
through? Or-
where our easement is a little bit uphill, so we have no drainage facilities there. And we're developers, but the fence, we still have access along the side there.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, any other discussion on that? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 8 is fence waiver for 205 Merino Path. Entertain a motion to approve that.
Moved.
Second.
Jason, you've been out there also?
Yes, I have. These people are looking to put their fence about 7 foot into a 10-foot easement. We have 10 foot on both property sides. With the facilities we have out there, I don't have a problem with the proposal.
With that being said, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 9 is appointment of Councilors Vanderwater and Tupper to the PUD Committee for review of the proposed Kriegel Farm development. Entertain a motion to that effect.
Moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I'll abstain.
Motion carries. Item number 10, penciled in. Does the Labor Committee want to have a chance to talk about the 4 10-hour days, or do you want to do this tonight?
I think we should talk about it. Do you want to do an executive session, or?
We can.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hold on that one then. Counselor committee reports and comments. I'm out.
Nothing at this time.
Okay. Wendy?
Just a reminder, we have a Parks Committee meeting coming up. Well, I think it's April 1st. 3 o'clock. And we'll make the decision about opening the pool and the summer playground program.
Okay. That it?
Yes.
Okay. Pat?
I'm just glad to finally have the highway union wrapped up. It's been a long, long haul. Of course, a lot of meetings did not take place because of COVID. A lot ended up canceled and rescheduled, but it did go on longer than we had ever hoped it was going to. But I'm grateful that it finally is set. And I had something else, and it's right out of my head, so.
Ron?
No, nothing.
Doug?
Nothing.
Okay. I have one thing, April 7th. I have a meeting with Assemblyman Magnarelli and the Thruway Director Matt Driscoll regarding the Canton Street Thruway Bridge to discuss that. I don't know what it will entail, but I plan to take Jason with me in case there's any engineering questions, and, you know, we'll see what they have to say.
Can I back up? I thought of it.
Okay?
A lot of us have been getting emails and know of a petition that's been going around opposing the Kriego farmland development. And I guess we as a board just want to reassure the public that the process that this has to go through is legal. It will be very, very extensive. I would encourage people to, and Claude, you can probably refresh my memory on the dates. There are 2 Zoom meetings that we'll have. It's not a public hearing, but informational meetings. And I'd certainly encourage people to take advantage of the fact that they can watch those. They can actually ask questions also. But I'm finally finding that one of the emails that I got, they were really rather nasty when I said, why are you making, petition signatures and deciding something before you even have any background on this other than you think you don't want it? So again, I would encourage people to look into it a little further and know that we are certainly going to do our due diligence as a board, and certainly the Planning and Zoning Board prior to us will be.
March 23rd and 25th, 7 p.m. The information is on our town website for the meeting information links. townofvanburen.com.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So citizens' comments. Anyone wishing to address the board? Okay. Engineer.
I have no further comments.
Nadine.
I have just one comment for the board. This board may recall or be aware of the fact that the planning board, ZBA, has recently granted final approval for phase 2A of the Tradebrook subdivision. When that took place, our town engineer reached out to the developer and made them aware of the security money that needs to be deposited for that next phase. And in doing so, the developer asked for a release of some of the monies for phase 1. Phase 1, the developer had originally posted $112,500 for securities. The agreement, there's a grading and construction agreement that the town has with the developer governing that development, governing the development of the product proposal. And under the terms of that agreement, it does contemplate a partial release when certain criteria have been satisfied. The town engineer has gone out, inspected the property, and confirmed that infrastructure is to a point that securities can be reduced appropriately. So before you this evening, I have a resolution which would be to accept a reduction of the security a reduced security guarantee pursuant to section 17B, as in boy, of the grading and construction agreement, subject to 3 conditions. 1, the receipt of a fully executed affidavit of no liens by the developer. 2, the receipt of a fully executed certificate as to partial release of guarantee, which would be executed by the town engineer. And then 3, the payment of any outstanding fees that may be associated with the development. If the board approves this, the engineer will sign that certificate as to the partial release, but he will continue to inspect. And obviously that money, the $60,000, in the engineer's opinion, will cover the town for whatever infrastructure or cost remaining to complete the job. So that is the proposed resolution I have to believe this evening.
Entertain a motion to approve the resolution that Nadine just spoke of.
Moved.
Second?
Any more discussion?
This is standard that we have done in many other developments as well. Once you get to a certain point in the
Well, it's
development.
contingent on 2 things. It's contingent on, well, it's contingent really on 1 thing, if the developer asks for it. So your agreements have this as an option, but not everyone asks that it be reduced.
Right, but
So,
it's,
and if they do, because it's already in the agreement, the town's not in a position, since they've already checked certain criteria, to tell them no.
right.
They've satisfied that.
And I believe the reductions you're thinking of is, after we've accepted dedication of the road and we have our warranty, securities in place, as they knock things off our punch list, they can have reductions. We've done a number of those over the years.
Right.
Okay, we have a motion and a second on the floor. Any more discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Okay, entertain a motion to recess the regular meeting, go into executive session to discuss a labor issue.
Moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We do not anticipate any action coming out other than a yes or no on the 4 10-hour days for the highway department. You're welcome to hang around if you want. Don't know how long we'll be. Okay?